Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Greenwood Elementary Drama Club's production of 1,000 Cranes by Catherine Schultz Miller. My name is Deneen Bowen, and I'm the director of the show. I know that all of us, our Greenwood Star young performers, and our incredible parent volunteer team are very excited and honored to be sharing this show with all of you. I've been working with Greenwood Musical Theater and Drama Club since my daughter was in 2nd grade. She is now in 7th grade, and I am still working with this amazing program because I believe so strongly in it. It offers kids a chance to learn about themselves and the world around them and creatively express what they feel and what they think. Their voice becomes empowered. And being part of a play builds a lot of different skills, the most important of which I believe, especially in today's world, is empathy. When you transform into another character, when you walk in their shoes for a few months, you discover that we are all both unique and similarly human, uniquely and similarly human. Being part of a play is also like being part of a family. For the several months we work on the show, and we started this one in September, we learned that we all have an important role to play, and we can work together to share a story that is bigger than we can tell ourselves. This play inspired all of us, so much so that our cast set the goal of folding 1,000 cranes. They even worked with our art teacher to invite more kids at Greenwood to fold cranes, and guess what? We have over 1,000 cranes. Congratulations! Many of them, the cranes, you will see during the show, like behind me, and we hope early next year to make them into a permanent art installation at Greenwood Elementary. 1,000 Cranes is an award-winning play based on the true story of Sadako Sasaki and her legacy to the world. This play uses Japanese legends and a Japanese style of theater to express her story. She teaches us that individually we must have hope for a peaceful world, but we must take action collectively, together, to make this a peaceful world. I really want to thank our 16-star performers who jumped into this project with energy and willingness, and who are now in their bedrooms and homes, living rooms, basements, just waiting for their cue to come on stage and show you what they've been working on. I hope you're able to download the PDF program from our website to learn more about these incredible young people. I also want to thank the remarkable parent volunteers that gave so much of their time, creative energy, and support to make this happen. Rosanna Stevens is our lead producer, costume designer extraordinaire, and sound operator for today's soundtrack. Julie Kennedy is our business manager and backstage live streaming prop building goddess. Kim Kotovic is our incredible assistant director and details tracker, which for me, I am deeply grateful for personally. Carrie Bishman helped with all our costumes and was a great chorus wrangler at times. Lisa Gray brought our crane to life. Brian Moynihan created our soundtrack. And Aki Woodward, who doesn't even have a child in our play, took time and brought pictures of her family and told us her family stories from Japan. Christy Steinberg, who is also a Greenwood parent alum, is coordinating all of our Six Crickets Club registration. And a huge shout out to the Greenwood PTA for their continued support of this program. And last but not least, I want to thank all the families who helped your actors run lines, eat before rehearsal, set up their performance space, and be their cheerleaders. They will shine tonight, or today, that was a little change, this afternoon. There's light, well, for now. In part because of your support, parents. Please stick around after the show for our performer Q&A. You will be able to submit questions in the YouTube chat, and our actors, who absolutely love answering your questions, will share with you how they did what they did. Now, we hope you enjoy our production of 1,000 Cranes by Catherine Schultz Miller. Let the play begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
My name is Sadako. I was born in Japan in 1943. My home was called Hiroshima. When I was 2 years old, my mother held me in her arms and she sang a song to me. It was a quiet summer morning inside our small home. My grandmother was preparing tea. Suddenly, there was a tremendous flash of light that cut across the sky. My name is Sadako, and this is my story.
67, 68, 69,
70,
71, 72, 73, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be quiet 4 seconds.
4? You're lying.
It was actually 4.5, but I let you have that.
Oh, you. You always win. You should let someone else win sometime.
Why, Sadako? You can't possibly mean that I should cheat so you can win.
It wouldn't be cheating so much as polite.
And I suppose when you run the girls' contest next month, you'll want the judges to be polite and let someone else win.
No.
I thought so.
Oh, Kenji, do you think I have a chance of winning the race?
You? You win the race against the fastest girls in Hiroshima? You can't win.
Why not?
Because you're a turtle, that's why. A great big lumbering turtle.
I'm not a turtle.
Yes, you are.
Am not.
Are too.
Fine. Then if I'm a turtle, then you're a frog.
A frog?
Yes, a great big green one with warts all over it.
Sadako, you can't possibly mean ribbit. Well, where on earth could that have come from? Ribbit!
Oh, you.
Look, Sadako, my hand is turning all green. Ribbit! And it has warts all over it. Ribbit! Ribbit!
Now you stop that. Kenji, tell me the truth. Do you think I have any chance of winning the race next month?
I will tell you the truth. I believe you will win.
You think so? You really, really do?
Yes, I really, really do.
Oh, Kenji, wait until I tell my father. He'll be so proud of me.
Now don't quit practicing.
Oh, I won't.
See you tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
One hundred and 18. 119. 120. 121. 122. 123. 1. 2. 3. 4.
Mother, wait till you hear I have wonderful news.
Your shoes, Sadako. Oh. Wait till you hear!
Show respect to your elders, Sadako.
Mother! Kenji just told me.
Sadako, show respect to your beloved ancestors.
Mother, let me tell you something.
Sadako, I must wait for your father to tell this earth-shattering news. It's time to prepare for dinner.
But Mother, I really want to tell you something.
You must. You should prepare the plates and set. Sadako, you may warm the sake for your father.
Yes, Mother. Father! Wait till you hear.
Well, what is this? This daughter of yours will not learn discipline. Your mother is right, Sadako. You must learn moderation in all things.
Oh, Father, I have such wonderful news.
It seems that everything in your world is wonderful, Sadako. You may tell us your news.
Now,
Sadako.
Kenji says I'm fast enough to win the race next month. Isn't that wonderful? He thinks I can win.
You have been practicing very hard.
Oh, yes, Father. Kenji and I run every day.
Kenji is a fast runner and an excellent athlete.
Yes, he is, Father, and a great teacher, too.
Even so, you must use discipline to practice very hard if you really want to win.
Oh, I want to win, Mother. I want to win more than anything on Earth.
We are both very proud of you, Sadako.
Mother, why are candles lit on the table?
Soon there'll be oboe, Sadako. It is the day of the spirits. We light a candle for each of our ancestors who have died. We ask them to return to us and join in our celebration of life. This one is for Oba-chan, your grandmother.
I remember her. I was only a baby, but I remember how warm my grandmother's hands were.
Oba-chan died in the thunderbolt.
She had a gentle voice.
Suddenly there was a great flash of light.
Her smile, it was like sunshine.
It cut through the sky.
Grandmother? Grandmother?
The world was filled with blinding light.
Can you hear me? Grandmother?
It took our friends.
Can your spirit really return like they say?
It took our home.
Are you watching me now? Do you see me when I run?
It took your grandmother, Oba-chan.
$151. 1.
152.
2. 3.
154.
Will I win my race? Grandmother? Can you hear me now?
Grandmother? I hear you, Sadako.
You little turtle, you'll never win at that speed.
I'm not a turtle.
Sure you are. That's how fast turtles run, isn't it?
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
I bet I can make it to that river before you.
Bet you can't.
Bet I can.
Bet you can't. Oh.
Sadako, are you all right? Let me help you up. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm
All
fine.
right, let's begin again. Sadako?
I'm okay. Just a little dizzy, that's all.
Discipline, Sadako.
I'm trying, Grandmother. I want to win, Grandmother. I want to fly like the wind. I hear you, Sadako.
What is the matter with Sadako? What is the matter with Sadako?
Why did she fall?
Why did she fall? What could be wrong? What could be wrong?
Nothing. I'm just tired, that's all.
X-ray her chest.
Examine her blood. Put her in a hospital. Hospital.
Hospital.
Hospital.
A hospital? No!
Put her to bed. Put her to bed.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Why did she fall?
Why did she fall?
Take some more tests. Take some more tests. You'll be just fine.
Now don't you worry.
You'll be just fine. Don't you worry. Put her to bed.
But I'll miss the race.
Now don't you worry.
You'll be just fine. Put her to bed.
I want to fly like the wind.
Leukemia. Leukemia.
Leukemia.
Leukemia. Leukemia. Leukemia.
Leukemia? Leukemia? My little girl? But that's impossible. The atom bomb can scratch her.
The atom bomb sickness? My daughter?
But it can't be true, Mother, can it? I don't have any scars from the bomb. It didn't touch me. It can't be true. Can it, Mother?
There now, dear. They just want you to do some more tests.
But how can I be sick from the bomb? It killed Grandmother, but I wasn't hurt at all.
Sadako, the radiation doesn't always show up right away.
I was only 2 when the bomb fell.
It's just a few tests. That's all, sweetheart.
We'll be here a few weeks. But the race! We'll be back every day to see you.
Get some rest, sweetheart.
But the race.
234. 235. 236. 237.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What are you counting?
Oh, Kenji, I'm glad you're here.
What's so interesting out there?
I'm counting how many trees I can see from my window. This morning I counted the flowers. There were 52. You know, it's only been 10 years since the bomb fell, but look how many trees have grown since then.
I have a present for you.
You do?
Close your eyes. Now you can look.
What is it?
I know a way for you to get well. Watch me.
Oh, Kenji, I love it. But how can this paper crane make me well?
Once upon a time, there was a magical empress, and all her people were sick. And she told them to fold 1,000 paper cranes. So all the people folded 1,000 paper cranes and laid them at the empress's feet. And she said, "Wish upon these cranes, and the gods shall grant your wish and make you healthy again." And they got well, just like you will, Sadako. Here's your first one.
Oh, Kenji, it's beautiful.
Make a wish.
Thank you, Kenji. Thank you.
Don't thank me. You have to fold the rest yourself.
I'll start today, but I'll need some paper.
Paper. Now, where in the world can we get some paper? Well, what do you know? Look what I have here. This ought to keep you busy.
Kenji,
Yes?
who won the race?
Oh, I don't remember her name. She wasn't very fast. She was a turtle.
You always said I was a turtle.
I was only teasing when I said that. You're more like that bird over there. You run very fast, Sadako. Like a bird. Like the wind!
So if I'm not a turtle, does that mean you're not a frog?
What? Me? A frog? Why, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. Croak. Uh-oh, Sadako is starting again. Look, my hand's turning all green and warty. Croak. Well, where on earth could that have come from? Croak. Croak.
$432. 433.
434.
435.
436, 437, 438. See, Kenji taught me. You don't have to worry about me anymore. Kenji told me a way to get well. Do you know the story about the Empress? Her people folded 1,000 cranes and the gods granted their wish and made them well again. It'll work for me. I know it will. And look, I've already folded 438.
So glad. I thought you'd be sad about not being able to run the races.
Oh, I don't think about that old race anymore. Silly old race. What good was it? Kenji said I'm better than the girl who won. He said I run like a bird. It's like I'm flying in the wind, he said. Folding cranes is much better than any old race. And anyway, it's kind of like a race. If I fold them fast enough, I won't have to die. Mother, where are you? Father? I'll just you wait, Father. I'll make you so proud. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Oh, but Mother, Father, where are you now? I don't like it here. It's lonely and I don't feel well. It hurts. It hurts.
What is the matter with Sadako?
What is the matter with Sadako?
Why did she fall? What could be wrong?
Put her to bed. Put her to bed. Put
No.
her.
I don't want to stay in bed.
Now don't you worry.
You'll be just fine.
But it hurts and I have such bad dreams.
Put her to bed.
Put her to bed.
Put her to bed.
Put her to bed.
Grandmother? Grandmother? Can you see me? Can you hear me now?
I hear you, Sadako.
Grandmother, you came back. You returned to Earth just like we said.
Yes, I've returned to help you, Sadako.
Oh, Grandmother, I hurt so much. It's cold and lonely here. Can I go home now?
I've come to show you something. Come,
Oh, I wish I could go with you, Grandmother.
I will show you the mountains and rivers of our ancestors.
How can I go with you? They won't even let me leave my room. They say I have to stay in bed.
You know a way.
I do? Of course. Yes. Now I know.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
563. 564.
565.
Look, Grandmother, it's just like Kenji said. I fly like the wind. I fly like the wind.
571. 572. 573.
I fly like the wind. Look, Grandmother. Yeah, you say river, but it's burning. It is All Souls Day, the day of the spirits. There are hundreds of little boats with candles on them. The spirits have visited their loved ones tonight, just as I have visited you. The candles on the river are farewell fires. Soon, the spirits will join us. Join us? You mean I'll be able to meet the spirits? Yes. How wonderful! There, Grandmother, look! Those are the spirits of 1,000 years. 1,000 years? Yes. They were once young like you, Sadako. Like me? Yes. Look, she looks like an empress. You've heard the story of this empress.
Is she one in Kenji's story?
She is the empress of 1,000 wishes. She carries them from earth to the heavens. Show your respect, Sadako. Their valley is deep and their mountains hard to climb. We need not visit there. Our mountain is just ahead.
593.
This is where we will stop.
Whoosh. Whoosh.
This is the spirit of Mr. Araki.
I was helping to build fire lanes for Hiroshima. The enemy may come soon, they said. We must build fire lanes. I was digging with my shovel. I saw the metal grow bright before me. I watched it melt. Everything turned white. Then I was here.
This is the spirit of Mrs. Watanabe.
I had just prepared a breakfast for my baby boy. I was bending over his basket to pick him up when I felt a tremendous wind blow me across the room.
My baby boy has not joined me here.
This is the spirit of Daisuke.
I was 7 years old when I came here. I had studied hard for an examination. I was walking to school. I looked up to see a bird fly. Suddenly, the sky was on fire.
The bomb. They're all talking about the bomb that fell when I was 2 years old.
The bomb brought me here, Sadako.
628.
629.
631.
Yes, I remember.
632.
The bomb has brought you here, Sadako. You must stay with us.
But how can that be? I'm 12 years old now. It's been 10 years since the bomb fell.
The bomb continues to fall, Sadako. It's falling even now.
Hold my cranes. I've been holding my cranes as fast as I can.
639.
600.
I haven't folded 1,000 yet.
You will have 1,000. You'll see. It is better for others to finish.
Someone will finish them for me, but then how will the gods grant me my wish?
What did you wish for, Sadako?
To make you live, to make me better. I wish there would never be a bomb like that again.
$641, 642, 643,
644. Sonico! Oh, Sonico! How's the little lazy turtle this morning? You know, I think you're right. I'm becoming more of a frog every day. I just this morning found 2 warts on my foot. Now, what do you make of that, Croak? See, there's that sound again. You want to see my warts? Sonico? Sonico!
Sadako Sasaki died on October 25th, 1955.
My friends and classmates folded 356 things to make 1,000.
Sadako's friends began to dream of building a monument to her and all the children who died from the atom bomb. In 1958, the statue was revealed in the Hiroshima Peace Park. It is a statue of Sadako holding a crane to the sky.
It is holding a giant crane up to the sky. 997.
Now children from all over the world hold cranes to send to Sadako.
999.
And to other people and places in the world who need 1,000 wishes to get better.
To all the world's refugees.
Those
999.
to those suffering the pandemic.
To our planet Earth.
This is the message that the children sent along with their cranes.
This is our cry.
This is our prayer. Peace in the world.
1,000.
Look, Grandmother, someone did finish my cranes. You were right. You were right.
Bravo! Way to go, Greenwood Stars. You guys did a great show. I'm going to wait just a minute. We're going to get some questions for our audience. I have one question I want to ask you before I start getting the ones from our audience. We hope you all enjoyed the show. I would like to hear from someone maybe who didn't answer a question last night. I want to know how Sadako's story has inspired you in your life. Hazel.
It inspired me to understand the world. I mean, Sadako, she was desperate. She wanted to live. She wanted to continue the world, change the world. But she never had the chance. So I feel like since she never had the chance to do that, then we should do it. Because
Thank you.
if we do it too late, then we'll never see the opportunity.
Wonderful. Thanks, Hazel. Yeah, I think that she had a short life, but she did impact us and we can carry on her legacy. I love that. Thank you. Mira, how did Sadako's story inspire you?
Well, inspired me, well, it actually, well, I don't really know the right words for it, but it made me, well, the story is a really sad and beautiful story. And it actually, well, I'm usually kind of afraid of traditions like the Day of the Dead, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But her stories inspired me, like that's helped me face my fear over that day, because even though I know it's supposed to be a happy tradition, it does kind of scare me. But her story has actually helped me get over my fears of that day.
Wow, that's really powerful. Thank you for sharing that, Mira. And how about one more person? Amelia Moynihan, how did Sadako's story inspire you?
Well, before I had never really thought about like how horrible people can be. And that really told me like, wow, like this is not okay. Like we need to do something about this, and we can't just have more people dying because we're just not caring about anything.
Wow, it's really powerful. Thank you, Amelia. I just want to share, we've got some reviews coming in from our audience. A former Greenwood star, Chloe Steinberg, said, "Great job." I know some of you have performed with her before. And Kate Kingery, our director for Musical Theater, watched today, and she says, "Bravo! Yay!" So yes. So we've got some great friends in the audience. Miss Peterson's here as well. And I got a question from the audience. How did you learn to fold cranes? And I think there's probably a lot of different answers to this one. Raise your hand if you did not answer a question last Friday night. How about Amelia Fries? How did you learn to fold cranes?
Well, I never really knew how to fold cranes, so I kind of badgered Estella a little bit to show me, and we were hanging out one night, and we folded a lot, and that was super helpful, so.
Fantastic. Anyone else want to share how they learned how to fold a crane? Estella.
Well, actually, I learned how to fold my cranes from Grace. The first time that I got shown like what a paper crane is from my other friend. We were folding paper cranes in the car when we were going somewhere, and then I was just like, oh, cool. So I was just like following her. And then one day I went to Grace's house, and she was just like, here, let's fold some paper cranes. And I was like, I don't know how. And she was like, okay. And so I somehow got through it. But yeah, that's how I learned to make.
And how many of you folded for this during this show, do you think? Just an estimate.
30.
Nice. Thank you, Estella. Avery, what's your how did you learn, and how many cranes have you folded, do you think?
I learned how because I watched a video on YouTube. And I think I folded 45.
Fantastic. Thank you. I have another question from the audience, and it was, what was your favorite part of the show? Who would like to answer that? Let's see, Grace Stevens.
My favorite part was my last part when I said Sadako's friends began to dream of building a monument to her and all the children who were killed by the bomb.
Why was that your favorite part?
Because it's also my longest sentence because I only say numbers.
That's true. You say a lot of numbers. It's true. Let's see. Who else? Let's see. Grace Freeze, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part might have been when I'm in the scene with grandmother, and she's like telling me how we can see the ancestors in the hills and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Why is that your favorite?
I don't know, because I feel like my whole part is like I feel like it's kind of sad, because my part where I'm in, she finds out she has leukemia, so it's very sad. So when I'm with grandmother, that's when I go to with my grandmother, and later on Leah is with Addie, well, grandmother, and she finds out Kenji finished all of her cranes.
It's a pretty exciting moment. Yeah. Thank you, Grace. And raise your hand if you have not answered a question. If you've already answered a question, put your hands down, please, so I can call on somebody who hasn't. Okay, Amelia Tang, what was your favorite part?
Well, my favorite part is also probably the end, because it feels like we're wrapping it up. Like I'm, like this, we've told a story. It's like that one moment of like relief and joy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Ruby, I'm going to ask you a different question. This came in from our audience, and it was, what did you find the most challenging about doing this play?
Well, I'm a chorus, so only one thing was a sentence with real words, not numbers. Probably the numbers is because they skip.
They do. It's tough. You guys did a great job with those numbers. Might have been the hardest lines in the whole play, really. Who else would like to answer the question? Mira, what did you find most challenging?
I found most challenging was, it wasn't actually a line, it was actually the part between lines. Like, the reason is because the show lags, so everything that happens is actually everything that my parents at least are watching actually happened a few moments, actually happened a few moments after they're actually seeing it. And so what was really challenging was that my Mr. Rocky costume is kind of hard to get into. So when I'm done with my hospital, I have to call Mom up, and because when she actually gets up is a few moments later, and since I said it's kind of hard, then I wanted to be up as soon as possible. So I think the changing between my costumes was actually the most challenging part of the play.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, often costume changes are hard, and in this very different and unique Zoom environment, we have a little bit of a lag between Zoom and YouTube, and so yeah, you needed your dresser, as we call them in the business, right? You needed your personal dresser, and they were a little late, but you did it. You showed up on time. I would love to know anybody else who'd like to say, what was your most challenging part of this show? Who hasn't talked yet? Anybody else? Oh, Maya. I don't think we've heard from you yet.
Okay, it's probably a two-way tie. I got really frustrated learning how to fold cranes. And then also reading the script because it was sad.
Yeah. Yeah, when we did the read through, you're right, Maya. A lot of us had some feelings and emotions of sadness. What I thought was so powerful about you, your group, you as a whole cast, is that you came up with an idea of how to take that sadness and move it into action. And that's where the idea of getting our school and the cast to fold 1,000 cranes came from. In fact, Rory sent me an email after that very first read through, and Rory said, hey, can we fold 1,000 cranes? Do you think we could do it? And you guys did it. And so I think that that's part of learning in life. If we can have emotions, but then how do we take those emotions and make the world a better place, make our lives a better place, make our families reach out to them. So I think there's a lot to learn from Sadako's story and from this play. Let's see, I don't see any other questions. So does anybody have a last word they'd like to give to the audience tonight, today, this afternoon? Grace Freeze.
Well, I wanted to say thank you all for watching us perform, because it just makes us very happy when people that we're really happy that they joined, like Miss Peterson and Chloe and Kim and Kate and stuff like that, because it makes us be like, okay, we gotta do really well at it. Just makes us happy when there's a lot of people just watching us, and so.
Oh, we do have a good question. It just came in. How did Kenji pass the paper to Sadako? Amelia M., would you like to take that one?
Okay, so I have the paper, and Grace, Sadako number 3, also has it. So
I'm going to move you next to her so you can show.
Yeah, so
Whoop.
I went like this at the same time she was
you're not
going
next
like
to her yet. Okay. Whoop. Okay, now you're next to each other. Show us how you did it.
So you kind of, since my video is mirrored, you have to go away from Grace for me. But it looks to everybody else that it's going towards Grace. So basically, at the same time I'm pulling it in, she's pulling it out.
Yep, that's
and
right.
Frames that are the exact same in the same paper. So
Yeah.
We passed that too.
And that's how those candles worked as well, right? The candles that Mother passes to Sadako. Those we have to have double props in a Zoom environment so that each person can have their own set. So Hazel, as the mother, has a set of candles, and Estella, as Sadako too, has a set of candles, and then it looks like it's being passed.
We also have to coordinate when, because if I just do willy-nilly, Sadako wouldn't know when to do it, or if I was not to do it at all, it might be as if I forgot, and then she might think we're still gonna do it, and then at the anticipated time she's gonna pull it out, and I'm not gonna have moved it, so yeah, it's kind of challenging.
That is magical. It makes the magic of theater. So this is the Greenwood Theater Group's musical theater club's 4th Zoom performance during the pandemic. Hoping to go back for our spring musical. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But a lot of the kids in this group are telling me that they have gotten their 2nd vaccines in the past week. So bravo, everybody. All right, I think we're gonna call it an afternoon, and I just wanna give everybody some applause, and please invite friends to come see it. The last performance tomorrow night at 7. And we're so grateful all of you took the time out of your Sunday to come in and watch our incredible performers bring you a great show. So have a great afternoon, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Everybody wave.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.